This is an extremely select group, and it shows how steep and difficult that little climb through Cuenca is, because and it all started happening, Sean, when some people took one way around the roundabout, somebody took another, because as soon as they hit beyond that point, it was hairpin bend after tight bend after tight bend after narrow road, and it really strung out. Igor Anton on the attack now, trying to go away from Vladimir Karpets, and it was just the wrong time for things to happen, wasn't it, that roundabout, because everything then strung out.
Yes, well, it's certainly the wrong time if you took the wrong way, or the long way, let's call it, around the roundabout. You know, making the effort to stay up in front and then find yourself losing, you know, 20, 30 places in the bunch, and you have to make a huge effort to move up, and then you come onto the section, as we see, the cobblestone section, and, you know, that can really hurt the legs, and if you had made the effort just before that, you could pay a little bit of the price. And the surprising one is Vinokurov is not here, and I think, you know, maybe he could have had problems there in that run into the climb into the cobble section.
My apologies, this is Samuel Sanchez on the attack. Igor Anton still at the back of that group. We'd only seen Igor Anton. I didn't even realize Sanchez had got across to the group. Samuel Sanchez, a very, very talented rider. Last year was a super year for him. This year hasn't been quite so good. And who's going to take up the chase, if anybody, Sean? Certainly Bettini not keen to do the work. Wanting for other riders to come through, and it looks like Astana have come through to the front now.
Yes, it looks like the Astana rider's taking it up here. We see Karpets there, he slowed it down a bit, and immediately there's an Astana rider who took up the pace on the front, and quite a number of riders have joined into this group of Valverde Bettini. So, you know, we're about 25, maybe 30 riders now, so it will be interesting to see what the gap is with 4Ks. It looks like it's about 70 seconds for the moment for our leader Sanchez.
Here he comes through. Now the clock will start ticking. Oh, gosh, he really is playing it. I don't think it's even that much. Look, here we go. 7 seconds only to the front of this group now. I don't think he's ever going to stand a chance of staying away. It's Karpets at the front again, I think, or at least one of the Case Japan riders. We've got two flanking their team leader, Alejandro Valverde. Then we have Bettini.
And the street looks to be after being a shower here, so that's something you have to be careful, because you get a dry section, as we see here, and you come into a corner and it's totally wet, and, you know, you can be taken by surprise there, and that's something you have to always consider when you're running at this speed at 55-60 k/h.
Well, it's been raining on and off all day at the finish in Cuenca. Big thunderstorms have been rolling in and over and out. They haven't yet affected the peloton. It's not nice, is it? They're going from one corner to another, and Sanchez, let's have a look at this as he goes through. Let's see where the dry line is. Well, at the moment, luckily, as they go up towards the 3-kilometer banner, it's pretty wide roads now. I mean, it would be even worse if it was a narrow, twisting road. It's open out the weeny bit now, but still traveling at that speed. Nasty, nasty stuff. 9 seconds the gap. Alejandro Valverde just concerned. There's the monastery on the far right-hand side, and the cathedral, as you can see. We've got that's up on the hill in Old Cuenca. We're not going up there now. This is the new town we're running into. And we've got to the 2-kilometer to go banner. At about 1.5 kilometers, there's a flick left and right, and then just under the kilometer banner, they turn hard left and run along towards the finish line. But it's pretty much flat from now on, and now everybody controlling this from Case Japan. Well, I don't think Valverde's got anything to worry about. Sanchez, he's not going to worry about where Sanchez is in terms of winning the stage, Sean, but I think everybody else will have to come through and do some work if they want to take this back now.
Yes, it's interesting to see that the Case Japan are riding here, because Sanchez is not a danger man, but of course, you know, we haven't seen who has missed this group, and maybe some of the favourites have missed it. Vinokurov was one we did not see, but a lot of riders coming back to join in with the Valverde group. But maybe Valverde thinks he can take time bonification here, of course, because in this sort of a sprint with about 25-30 riders, a lot of the sprinters not here, he could, you know, take a place in the top 3, and that would be very very valuable time bonuses.
Well, I think Vino is in here, Koszeszkin's in there, and I thought that was Paulino had come across. It was put up as Vino, but it looks like Sergio Paulino to me. I can't be at all sure. We haven't seen, it's been so fast and furious to these last few bends on the run down into Cuenca. It's been very, very difficult to find out who's in this group. Coming under the 1 kilometre to go banner though. What is the gap? Look, it's really, really piling on, and as you say, Sean, he can get a few seconds bonus. Even if he doesn't take the first place, Valverde, he can take second, he can get 12 seconds. If he takes third, he can get 8 seconds. 10 seconds is the gap. Is it enough? He's got about 800 metres to go, Samuel Sanchez. No point looking over your shoulder, boy.
And doing a very good job here, you know, very impressive there, because we can see the Case de Pang riders riding very strong, and it looks like he could hold on out there. It's going to be close.
He's a tremendous rider, Samuel Sanchez. He's had terrific results last year in the Tour of the Basque Country and so on, but only 4 seconds is now the gap between Sanchez, who's just digging. Well, this is a little bit of a false flat here. It doesn't really run up an awful lot, then it drops down over the last 100 metres or so. Here comes Sanchez around that little corner and into the drop. Case de Pan are going to have to work so hard to catch him. I don't think they're going to. I think Vinokurov is, if he's in there, he's in third place. If he's in there, Sanchez is going to hang on to this. And Valverde is in for the extra points. It is Vino in third place. There goes Vino. He's going to try and get the extra points. So is Torre, who's off because he needs them for the points competition. And Valverde just looking across to Vinokurov, and it was in fact Samuel Sanchez taking the victory, but you could see how dangerous Valverde thought Vinokurov was, because he was trying to take the bonuses, but Vino giving up when he saw Uzoft on one side and Alejandro Valverde on the other. But what a wonderful victory by Samuel. Here's Sanchez, look, looking behind him. He knows he's got it in the bag now. So second Grand Tour victory for Samuel Sanchez after last year's Vuelta a España, and then everybody else going for the sprint now. Valverde looking across towards Vino, really giving it as much as he possibly could. Bettini trying to come in there as well for extra points. Valverde looking quick. Fascinating battle behind, but here we have a look. Let's have a look at this. Sanchez has got the victory. Let's just look at everybody behind. Eric Zabel is in the middle, just on the wheel of Paolo Bettini. But look at the way Valverde is looking across at Alexander Vinokurov. He knows he's a major challenge. Paulini on the far left-hand side, by the way, in the wheels of Uzoft, and Uzoft just giving a little shake of the head. He knew that he was up against more than just the plain old sprinters there, Sean.
Yeah. So if he's done that, well then, you know, he will take a bit of a time implication. He has actually, Paulini fourth, or Paulini fourth, Bettini fifth.
So 8 seconds for Alejandro Valverde. Vinokurov, there you can see, sat up when he knew he wasn't going to out-drag Alejandro Valverde, but he was sitting in his wheel right the way up to the end. Stuart O'Grady, another good result by him. Ventoso, Florencio was the rider from Bouygues Telecom. He's having a great end of season, isn't he? Ryder Heisdal, well, you wouldn't normally see him sprinting, but up there, Stan de Volder was the guy at the front for Discovery, so you can assume it probably was de Volder coming down the hill pretty quickly. This is a wonderful place, Cuenca. You know, we haven't seen any shots of the village in the side of the hill. It's a shame. I'm sure we will tomorrow, because tomorrow is the time trial. So takes an extra 8 seconds bonus, moves his lead out over Koszeszkin to 35, Carlos Sastre is 52, Vinokurov now 146. He is scared of Alexander Vinokurov. He's scared that Vinokurov can come through and win this Vuelta. He knows what an incredibly tough character he is.